What's up, guys? Welcome back to VIP Society. My name is Anthony Esposito, and today I have my good friend Diana Kerr. She has a synchronized swim company, which I'll let her talk about and tell her story. She's got an amazing resume, amazing bio that she sent to me, and I'm looking forward to hearing all about it.
Yes. So, hello, everyone. I'm Diana. So, I own a company called Wet Swim Show. And what we do is synchronize swimming shows for private and corporate events. So, we do a lot of the corporate buyouts in Vegas. So, a lot of times, the day clubs, when they're not being used during operating hours when it's open to the public, a lot of times there will be a corporate buyout and they'll have their corporate networking party at the Liquid Day Club or Tao Beach, something like that. And a lot of the times they want entertainment, so we'll do a show there. But we also do luxury weddings. We do birthday parties. We perform in people's backyards. Any event that happens by a pool, we perform at. And we are in Vegas, LA, Miami, New York. And we've done shows in other cities as well. And we've also done music videos and commercials.
I love that. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Now, taking it back a little bit, I don't know much about this industry, so I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to hear everything about it and learn some things. Where are you from originally?
I am born and raised Las Vegas.
Okay, same.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, what's the saying? There's very few people that are from Vegas, but I feel like as we continue to grow, there's a lot more people from Vegas now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how old you are, but back in my day,
Yeah.
years ago, people used to say, yeah, there's very little people here that are from here and still stay here. Although I've lived in LA and stuff like that.
Yeah, I lived in LA too for 7 years. So.
I was also out there for 7 years.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So born and raised in Vegas. Were you a swimmer growing up?
I was. So it's like super hot out here. So I was always swimming when I was a little kid. And I also did dance and gymnastics. And then my mom signed me up at a rec center program for like a summer synchronized swimming fun thing. And I was like, wait a minute, this is like the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. So I wanted to pursue it further. And so I joined a competitive team in middle school, and I did it all throughout high school.
Swimming.
Well, synchronized swimming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it was like a private club. So.
And you started out individually doing swimming and gymnastics separately. And then the two combined, you discovered the synchronized swimming,
Yeah.
which was both of them together, which is amazing. And you fell in love with the sport. Would you call it a sport? Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the Olympics. So.
I should know that.
Yeah, well, it's one of those like random weird sports, and they actually changed the name recently to artistic swimming, but you can call it artistic swimming and synchronized swimming, but what the Olympians do is way different than what we do.
Yeah.
So.
So from Vegas, how did you end up in LA? Is that
So after I graduated high school, which I don't know what high school you went to, but
Green Valley?
okay, I went to Chaparral. So if you know the East Side, represent. I love the East Side though. But I really didn't have college in mind after graduation, but I loved synchronized swimming, so I was like, I want to go to the Olympics. So I actually trained in Santa Clara for 2 years because I just wanted to pursue my sport. And then I was like, okay, I don't know if I want to go to the Olympics because you have to be in a pool like 8 to 9 hours a day. But my coach there was like, you should try Ohio State. So I got into Ohio State and I decided to get a degree in theater. I've always loved theater, acting, all that. So I'm like, well, I can do that. And so after I graduated Ohio State, then I moved to LA to pursue acting.
Got it.
That's how I ended up in LA.
Do you still do some acting?
I do. I do more producing stuff now. I try to be on the other side of the camera, just like the older I get. But if there is an opportunity, I still do pursue acting, but that is a rough game, you know. It's like you can have like the best resume ever, and then you still have to audition, and you have to put in a lot of work with no guarantee that you'll get the job, but you have a little bit more of a say and a little bit more job security if you're like a director or a producer. So I still like to pursue everything in entertainment, but yeah.
We've got some similarities. I'm born and raised in Vegas, but also went to LA for about 7 years to pursue my career in entertainment. I was out there. I went to college, and after college became a talent agent in Hollywood.
Okay.
So I'm very familiar with the entertainment world. I ended up getting a master's degree in film production, so I know all about producing.
Yeah.
I've thrown a lot of events, and I've produced music videos and lots of other projects, which is really cool. Although being an agent was my main focus out there. I was a theatrical agent, commercial agent. I've represented a lot of influencers for a long time and celebrities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So very exciting.
Yeah.
But eventually I got into real estate and then I came back here.
Okay. Yeah, we always end up back in Vegas. I never thought I'd be back here, but
Yes. What brought you back?
So I was in LA and I was doing gigs. I was performing for some other companies, and I kind of didn't like how it was being run. I also didn't like what I was getting paid. And I kind of realized that if you want to make it in this industry, you have to be the idea. And when you work for somebody else, I also felt like I was kind of creatively stunted. It's like I wanted to do my own ideas, and this is still a major idea. Like, this is still my main goal with my company. But I want it to be a Vegas show that you go and pay to see. And when people think of synchronized swimming, they think of like old ladies or like old fashioned, old Hollywood, which is great. Like, the corporate clients love that. Yeah. Or they think like Cirque du Soleil, but nobody's ever produced a show where, like, you have the show Fantasy at the Luxor, or you have like the X burlesque shows. And it's like, well, if we could have like a smaller pool, like the day clubs, do like a 45-minute to an hour long cabaret and make it sexy, I think people would go to see it. So I had this idea in my head. I'm like, I'm going to produce the next like Vegas show, and it's going to be great, and people are going to come see it.
I love that.
Yeah.
No one else is doing that out here.
Nobody's ever done it. Like, and I still keep pitching. It's a new idea, so I think that people don't always understand it or don't see the value of it.
It's a great idea.
Thank you. But it's like you're having beautiful women wet in the pool, opening their legs and like jumping around, like that's so Vegas, I just think that it would sell.
It will sell. There's plenty of opportunity space, I think, out here, since no one else is doing it. And stuff like that was very popular years ago when Vegas was becoming a thing.
Yeah.
Was being created. And in a way, you make it more modern, up to the times, and it's still very sexy, still very entertaining. And I think it could be a big hit out here if you. You've already done a lot of things, right? Television shows, music videos, all kinds of great stuff, and you've already worked at Tao Beach or other Tao Group venues, right? So.
Yeah, we did. We performed at Tao Beach before for a corporate buyout, and then because I model too, so I kind of know a lot of the Tao guys, and it's kind of like my way of getting in there, like, hi, hello, I'm going to bug you. But Kaigo, he opened the Palm Tree Beach Club last year at MGM. Beautiful, beautiful venue, one of my favorites. And his team, along with Tao, reached out to me to do like the announcement video for it. Nice. So we got to work with him and the Tao Group people, and it was really cool. He's a nice guy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Thank you.
So you were in LA.
Mm-hmm.
You grew up swimming, doing
Mm-hmm.
synchronized swimming and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to start this in LA, or did you start it in LA and then eventually come out here to do bigger
Mm.
and better things?
I feel like in Vegas, you can be more of a bigger fish in a smaller pond. And I also kind of feel, maybe you feel like this too. Like, since I'm born and raised here, I'm like, this is my turf.
I do.
Yeah.
This is my city, guys.
Yeah, it's my city. And I just feel like I love LA, but it's become, I don't know, Hollywood is kind of in a weird place right now. And I just felt like LA, I don't know, I wanted to come home, give it a shot. I hadn't been here since I left high school. So I'm like, let me try this. It's a bit of a smaller town. It's gotten a lot bigger, but it's still kind of a small town. And I just thought it would be a different market. And there's more live entertainment here. So I just felt that my product would do better here. And it has.
Absolutely. And you can make Vegas your home base, but
Mm-hmm.
LA and Vegas are the same family. I mean, you could, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure you go out there all the time pretty often to do other stuff, and
I
you can
do.
also do this out there. I'm not sure if you
Yeah.
already are, but
Yeah, we actually just did a show. We did a corporate event in downtown LA, and we do a lot of stuff in Palm Springs. But yeah, whenever I need to get to LA, I'll go. I hate that drive, but I'll go.
so with your Olympics goal,
Hmm.
did you eventually just change directions and say, instead of pursuing this, I wanted to do my own thing?
Okay, the Olympics. So, oh man, I have a lot of respect for Olympians, and I think Olympians, no matter what sport, I think those people are just truly built different. You have to be okay training in whatever your sport is, like all day, and you have to commit to that. And like, you can't have a job. Like, a lot of Olympians actually are kind of broke. They've made a lot of documentaries about this, but you have to have some sort of like sponsor or something. And I was living in San Jose, and I was like training so much. I had no life. I had no job. Well, I worked part time at a bingo hall. That was like through the club. They have this thing called it's called Santa Clara Aquamaids. That's the name of the club that I was training with. But they have a bingo hall. Um, that's how they like sponsor a lot of their athletes. So if you want to train there, you have to work bingo, and I hated it. But I had no dating life. I was in the pool all day, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think this is for me. And also, it's a small chance. Like, on a team for synchronized swimming, there's only 8 spots, so you have a really small chance of making it. And also, it's a really, really hard sport. Like, our shows are more fun. Like, we can touch the bottom of the pool. But if you're a competitive synchronized swimmer, you can't touch the bottom of the pool. It's the only sport where you can't breathe. I can't think of another sport where you can't breathe.
Yeah.
So it was just too much for me, and I thought, okay, I want to like get an education, and I want to pursue that, because it was just, yeah, it got to be too much, but that's okay.
Yeah. But now you're doing great things.
Mm-hmm.
So you came back to Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's pretty much an agency, correct? Well, it's
So it's a company,
a company.
but we get outsourced as a vendor through experiential marketing companies, entertainment companies, event planners, wedding planners. Sometimes people find us directly.
Got it.
So yeah, we're a vendor.
Okay. How big is your team? Or is it like per job basis, and then
Yeah.
you hire the girls based off whatever comes up?
Yeah, so the way that I sell it, the smallest show you can get is like a duet or 3 people, and then the largest we've ever done is 20.
Wow.
But yeah, I sell it per girl. Typically, clients choose between 6 to 8 girls. But I mean, I've got a repertoire, or I've got a roster of girls in LA. Our four main cities are LA, Vegas, New York, and Miami.
Hmm.
So I think last year I hired like 54 people.
Wow,
Yeah, like all independent contractors, but
nice.
yeah.
Um, so that's amazing. Working at agencies in the past, I know exactly how that industry works, which is awesome.
Hmm.
Um, what's the most exciting thing you've done so far? Would you say it was Kygo?
Ooh, oh my gosh, we've done so many great shows. The most exciting, hmm. So we did a show. I had to sign an NDA for this, but it's probably expired. We did a show last year in South Carolina at the Montage, um, and it was for the former CFO of Meta. This
Nice.
woman, it's Tom and Cheryl, and it was their combined birthday party. They're kind of like if you Google them, they pop up like they're like um, people know them.
Yeah.
They're kind of known in that world, but they bought out the whole entire place.
Wow.
And when you're performing for high-profile people like that, there can be a lot of pressure.
Hmm.
And the company that we were contracted under, they're also very like they do a lot of events for very high-profile people. So there's a lot of pressure with that too. Um, Also, this place that we performed at in South Carolina, it's where Haley and Justin got married.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's nice.
yeah, super super nice, and it's like there's a lot of money involved with this. So it's like our show is actually only 10 minutes long.
Hmm.
Well, there's different packages that you can get, but mostly what people get is 10 minutes, which seems short,
Hmm.
but it's not. And you can split it up. There's 3 routines, and you can like split it up, or you can have it done consecutively. So I think that was our best show because some shows are like obviously like we have like a talent writer and stuff like that. Like, hey, you have to feed us. Please put us in like a nice room. All this like
Roles and
yeah. So sometimes you get clients that really really take care of you,
yeah.
and you get a nice flight and you get nice transportation, and you get to stay on the property, and in this case we got to stay at the Montage,
Nice.
so that was really nice. So when the client like treats you like that, it's like, okay, they're really treating us well, like we got to do our job. So
Hmm.
I think that was the most exciting. And then another experience, um, I guess I want to use the word exciting, but it's just a good story. So during COVID,
Hmm.
um, this was like in the middle of COVID, like this was like 2020. Of course, I don't know what you were doing, but we lost like all of our jobs, like nothing was going on. And we booked Travis Scott's franchise music video,
Nice.
and they shot it in Chicago at Michael Jordan's house. And it's like the middle of COVID. And it was so funny because I was talking to the casting director, and she's like, I need 20 of your girls. And I'm like, okay, well, who's it for? Like, can I have more information? And they're like, we can't tell you. And I'm like, okay, but it was a union job. It was SAG. So I'm
Yeah.
like, well, it's got to be somebody good. So they flew 20 of my girls out from around the country. And that was my first time getting a COVID test because we had to go straight from the plane to get tested. And it was like, yeah, and like none of us has gotten the test. And I don't know if you remember, like the first test that came out, it was like the ones that went into your brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like there's 20 of us in line, and we were like watching them like all do the test, and we're like, oh my God, it's gonna go up into our brain. And so they did that, and then they're like, okay, you have to quarantine. And so we went to the hotel, and we each had our own room, and we still didn't know like who it was. And I'm like talking to the director, I'm like, hey, I need to hear the song because I need to choreograph what we're gonna do. And she's like, no, I can't let you hear the song. I'm like, okay, well, you're gonna get what you're gonna get tomorrow. So we show up, and we find out that it's Travis Scott. I'm like, oh my God,
That's
this
pretty
is,
cool.
yeah. So it was really special because that was like a dark time, I think, for all of us. And it was the only job that we did during COVID. So yeah, that was like a really special time.
That's amazing. And you focus on all the bookings yourself, or do you have a partner?
I do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do the bookings, I do the talent management, I do the choreography. I do have on show days, I have a show manager or an assistant. So I do have that. Um, but no, it's kind of all on me. I do think like if we do get bigger, I would absolutely love and need to hire somebody. But as of now, it is just
All on
me.
you?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, you're doing a great job.
Thanks.
No, I think that's great. So give us an idea of how these synchronized swimmers perform. What type of music do you prefer? Can your girls dance to everything?
Yes.
And yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So, and that's another thing when I started my company. I'm like, we can't just be always swimming to like Frank Sinatra and whatever. Like, let's make it exciting. So, I have like, we have, I don't know, over 20 songs in our repertoire. So a lot of the corporate people, they love like the Elvis and the Frank Sinatra stuff, but we do a lot of stuff in Miami. So we just did this show in Miami in South Beach for like these tech bros. That was literally like what the client called me. He was like, "Can you perform for some tech bros?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we can do that." So we swam to Fireball.
yeah.
And we also have some stuff in our repertoire to like David Guetta. And we have even done, and I don't advertise this like outright. It's kind of like only if you know, then you know. And I've done this through a lot of like promoters and stuff. We do topless shows.
Okay.
So we have a routine, and the choreography is actually so good. It's to WAP. So like we do a lot of we've performed, you know, like the Bellagio has like the suites with the private pool, or like
Yeah.
Resorts World will have like the small pool.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of like bachelor parties for high rollers, and we'll do the topless show.
There you go.
So we'll do that.
It's got to be an option in Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of private events out here. A lot of things happening. So you're still doing acting and stuff, modeling on the side as well? Doing both? What do you love more?
Oh my gosh. I like modeling. I've been modeling for a long time, and there's a lot of opportunities for models in Vegas. And it's, you know, because we're not booking, like it comes and goes. Like our March was really busy. February is busy in Miami, and then it kind of just goes like this. We have a lot of bookings for May and some for June. Kind of takes a little bit of a dive in the summer and then a little bit in the winter. So when I'm not swimming, I do modeling. I do a lot of events. I do, you know, conventions and promo and all that.
Is that also something that you grew up doing, modeling?
Um,
Acting?
yeah, I started when I was 11. So I did that. I did like theater and stuff. Like I was a theater kid.
Right.
I was one of those weirdos.
I took theater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So your parents got you into it young, which is great. Now, for all the people that are listening and watching, do you have any advice for people that want to pursue acting or modeling?
I would say, I mean, the world is very different now with social media.
The whole industry is changing.
Yeah, you don't even have to like move to LA. You can just like make a TikTok channel and do that.
That is true.
You can put yourself out there and get discovered that way. I still think that it helps to be classically trained, and I think it just depends on like what type of an actor you want to be, what type of a model you want to be. Like, do you want to do runway? Do you want to be an influencer? But yeah.
Yeah, if you want to be in the mix, go to LA. I was there for a long time. You were there for a long time. Everybody's some sort of artist or performer out there, right? Which is great. If you want to be in the mix, obviously you're going to get more opportunities that way. But like you're saying, you don't have to be there. You could be anywhere around the world now, as long as you've got, a camera and can do some self-tapes, you can audition for all these roles and stuff. So,
Yeah.
and it helps to have a following on social media. I'm not saying you have to be an influencer, but if you've got a following, it'll get the agents or managers' attention.
Yeah.
And normally, we will reach out to you if you haven't reached out to us yet. I keep saying us, like I'm still in the game.
Yeah.
No, agents or managers will reach out to you.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, there's lots of advice I can give on that too. Do you have an agent or manager right now?
I do. His name is Joe. He's been in the industry for a very long time. He's in LA and he's wonderful. But I I haven't auditioned in a while just because I wanted to focus on my own business. But he still submits me for stuff here and there. But he's been my agent since like 2010.
Wow,
So
it's loyal.
yeah,
That's
loyal guy. Players Talent Agency.
You're also loyal because you could have left him a long time ago too.
Yeah, no, he's gotten me. I did a few national commercials back in the day.
Great.
So yeah, he's a good guy. Like, once you find a good agent, you should stick with them because there's a lot of weird ones out there.
There is. There's this industry is saturated now. There's a lot of competition. So if you find a good one, stick with them, right? And do you want to continue growing, pursuing that career, or are you moving more towards focusing on your synchronized swimming company called the Wet Show, by the way? So.
Yeah, I would really. I am actually in a point in my life, like, I love my business, and I still want it to be a show that you pay to see. I will never, ever give that up because, like, I've put so much work into that. But I also really want to get married. I want to get married. Kids, I don't know, maybe. But I feel like I pursued acting. I was really into it in my 20s. And I just knew that that was going to be my time to be selfish and not really pursue like a relationship. And that was just going to be like my time. And I experienced that and I did that. And now I'm like, okay, now I've established this business. I want to focus more on my personal life. So that's where I'm at. But dating in Vegas is hard.
It is hard. It's a great city, but
Yeah.
it's not always easy for relationships.
No, it's not.
So you've done a lot of great things. You've been in a lot of, what is this, TV shows, music videos. How did you get these opportunities?
So in LA, I feel like synchronized swimming was like really popular in media in like the 2010s. I was working with a couple of other companies out there, and I think that was just like trending. I was in Lady Gaga's music video, Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, New Kids on the Block.
Nice.
There's so many. Adele, Benny Benassi, Lil Wayne. There's more too.
A lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I got here Hell Caesar, Beyonce's Black is King,
Yeah.
Bleed, Jane the Virgin, Splash, and so many more. New Kids on the Block. So much. Adele. Amazing.
Yeah. I'm so blessed. Like, these opportunities were so fun. And I can say that I've worked with a lot of really amazing people, and it's special because it will live on forever, like randomly, because the music video for Justin Bieber that I'm in is the Beauty and a Beat one with Nicki Minaj. And so, like, I'll randomly hear that song, and I'm like, oh, I'm in that.
Yeah. Now, being an entrepreneur is not easy. Was there ever a time in your life where you just felt like giving up on these things? Obviously, since you do all of the work on your own, for the most part, unless you're hiring somebody. But were there times in your career where you were like, this isn't for me, maybe I should stop? But then as you pursue your career, there's things that motivate you and keep you going and staying inspired.
Okay. So somebody said this to me once, and I think it's so true. The entertainment industry is kind of like the mafia, where the second you feel like you want to get out, something will pull you back in.
That's true.
Yeah, like you can't get out of it. I definitely had my moments of struggle and just like, you face a lot of rejection in this industry, whether you're a model, actress, entrepreneur, whatever. Entertainment is rough. A lot of rejection. And there's also like a lot of nepotism. You know, like sometimes somebody will get the job because they just know that person. But also, that's happened to me too. It doesn't always matter your skill. And that's something that you can't change. So I never gave up because I truly just believed it. I believed that this is what I was meant to do. This is going to be my path. I would have my moments and like cry, get over it, get drunk, and then start over the next day. You know, it's like go feel your feelings, like feel rejected, feel sad, but don't stay there. Like let it make you stronger and then just keep going. And I have a really good like my girls that work for me, they are my support system. They love the company. I treat them well too. I pay them well. I treat them well. Like I try to take care of them the best that I can. So seeing my girls happy just made me keep going because it's like, oh, I'm also providing other people with an opportunity. I'm giving them a job. I'm giving somebody else an opportunity. So I just kept going.
Is there a lot of competition?
Not really. There's like 2 other companies that do this. But I would say that I'm the most creative and I'm a yes person. It's like if the client wants us to, I don't know, swim to some weird music or if they have a weird request, I'm not going to tell them no. I'm going to be like, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Make it happen.
Yeah, we'll do it for you.
Nice. And that's a good way to make yourself stand out. You go above and beyond. And if girls were interested in joining your team, joining your company, how can they do that? Or do you already know who you have in mind?
Yeah, it is a really small world. You know, what I do is very niche. So I don't really have auditions. I kind of scout people. You have to have swam competitively, like synchronized swimming. You had to have swam competitively for a decent amount of time. You have to send in your video. If I don't already know who you are, then yeah, you have to send me your video and then send me like your headshots and all that. You have to look the part.
Of course.
You have to be in shape. You have to have a good attitude. You have to work well with others. So I kind of interview them about like their personality and stuff like that. And then like I'll look at their Instagram and then I'll watch their videos and then I'll decide if they're good or not. And I have fired people before.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What reasons?
Um,
Just not cooperative?
Yeah, or just being like, you have to show up ready to work. Like, you can't be learning the choreography the day of.
Absolutely.
You gotta show up, like, knowing your stuff ready to go. You can't be goofing off. You gotta have a good work ethic. And,
This is your reputation on the line.
yeah. Yeah, and like I have also noticed like because I try to be really nice just because I've been in the talent's position before and it's like I don't like getting talked down to or I don't like, you know, bad situations. So I try to be really really nice, but I've also realized like as an entrepreneur that whole like if you give a mouse a cookie thing. So sometimes when I'm too generous, then people are like, "Oh, well can we have this and can we do that?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, guys, like
You've got to be
no."
firm.
Yeah, and a lot of these girls are also my friends, so that can get a little weird.
Right.
So I try to find a good balance between.
Hey, if they're my friends, I would just crack the whip. No, you're not doing this.
Yeah.
No, you're doing great. So do you find these performers on social media a lot of times?
Yeah.
I've seen some of your videos, which are really cool. You skating underwater and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I did roller skating underwater, and that TikTok went viral. I think it's like at 3.5 million views. So I did that.
That's amazing. And here's something that probably other people are thinking about as well. I'm visualizing a bunch of girls, but do you have male performers?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that. Yes, we do. They are like the unicorns of the entertainment world. There's only like a handful of them on the planet. We had one show last fall where the client was like, I need it to be 50% men, 50% women. And I'm like, well, hey, like, you have to pay to fly them in, or you got it, like,
It's that rare?
yeah, it's that rare. And like clients don't always know how that world works. They're like, well, why don't you, why? And I'm like, because they don't exist like everywhere. Like synchronized swimming to begin with is like really rare. So we do have like, he's kind of our star, Kenny.
Yeah.
He lives in LA.
Shout out to Kenny.
Shout out to Kenny. So he's got a great personality, and he's actually dating, his girlfriend is a synchronized swimmer who I hire too.
Nice.
And they're great. Like they do duets and stuff. So Kenny's been in some of our shows. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Here, this brings up another point. Do you teach or coach?
I I used to coach kids when I lived in LA. It was one of my many part-time jobs, but that's not for me. Like coaching kids, that's a whole other thing. The parents, that's just not my path.
Yeah.
But I would love to have like a fitness program. I think that would be really cool, something for like Summerlin moms or something. Like, let's do synchronized swimming fitness. I'm open to the idea of teaching adults, like kids. Sorry.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet, no.
So for people that are watching this video or listening, do you have any advice for them that if they want to get into synchronized swimming, should they move from their small towns if they're out there, in the middle of nowhere, to somewhere bigger to pursue their goals? Probably, right? If they want to.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because some random, like, there's a decent team in like Columbus, Ohio. There's a decent team in Indianapolis. There's a lot of all right teams in Florida, like scattered throughout Florida.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to like take it seriously, the Bay Area is where it's at.
Bay Area.
And a lot of people do move. Like a lot of girls that have like Olympic dreams will move during high school, and they'll get like homeschooled or something, and they'll train in Santa Clara, or Walnut Creek is another place where they have like a really renowned team.
I never would have thought Bay Area.
Yeah, I don't know why. They have like a really nice facility up there, but it all just kind of gravitated up there.
And your situation's different. You don't just want to swim for fun. You want to actually have a production out here, legit production that's based here, but obviously expands and grows into other cities and places, maybe even around the world. Would you like to go international?
I would love to go international. We did get one inquiry last year for Hong Kong and one for India. It didn't go through. But yeah, I can see this being, something like Dubai or Macau, something like that, or like a resort in the Caribbean or something like that. Like anything that has like a nice pool, super like high-end luxury.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you guys have any amazing costumes when you perform? Sometimes you don't wear costumes at all, but
We have like the classic vintage suits in every color, and then we have like sexy bikinis. We waterproof our hair and makeup. Yeah, we also perform with like props. So like I had the idea, like, being in Vegas nightlife and stuff. When we swim to Fireball, we walk out with bottle sparklers.
nice.
Like if you're doing, because I used to do bottle presentations.
Okay.
And people love that stuff. So I love doing the Fireball routine because we walk out and we're like, yeah, let's go.
It's all about the presentation.
Yeah. So we do that. Yeah.
So every situation is different, of course. From big corporate events to private parties and stuff like that. That would make sense. Now, do you have sponsors? Do you guys?
Oh my God, no! I'm looking for some.
All right, guys. The Wet Show.
Yeah.
Do you have a website or anything where people can find you?
We do have a website. It's wetswimshow.com. And it's the same handle, Wet Swim Show, for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. But I would love to work with a sponsor. That would be great.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people probably reaching out after this.
I hope so.
That's cool. So props. So you have different uniforms, and what type of props do you guys include?
So, yeah, we have the bottle sparklers, we have hula hoops, we have beach balls, we have parasols, we have giant floaties too, like the giant swan.
And you could do it all.
Yeah, I try to, you gotta add some element in there.
Yeah.
You gotta, I feel like for, a good Vegas show, this is something that I've noticed in every Vegas show that I've seen. There's always, an element of danger. And it's like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? So for us, it's like, okay, well, maybe we just hold our breath for a really long time. But we also, we throw people out of the air. We do, stunts and lifts and throws. And so we do have that element. There's a lot of aggro in our routines. So we try to spice it up like that. We dive into the shallow end, which you're not supposed to do, but we do.
So there are some risks.
Yeah, definitely. And there's been some injuries before. Nothing too crazy. I actually know I did get kicked in the face twice.
Wow. It's expected, right?
Yeah.
Once in a while.
Yeah. But we're all really close to each other, and we're kicking, and underwater it's a mess. What you see on the surface is really pretty, but then under it's just chaos.
Do you need a certain size pool? Do you prefer?
We format our show to any venue. So we have a show coming up at Caesars, and that pool is huge. So we will swim there, and then we'll do a small backyard party. So we can swim in anything.
What's the smallest pool?
Oh my gosh.
Well, tell me one of those little kiddie pools.
No, but we could. Oh, probably the Bellagio suites.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
That.
I'd like to see one of your shows.
Yeah. Well, and see, this is the thing. I since we only do corporate and private events, there's no chance for people. I can't just invite people. But people reach out to me all the time, hey, I want to see your show. How can I see this? And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, it's a corporate buyout. You can't, but I keep getting this more and more. So I think if I just pitch it to the right person, they'll be like, oh, people want to see this. And it would be more than a 10-minute show. It would be produced in a way where it's a longer show.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think you can make it happen.
Thank you.
I used to work for a company called SPI Entertainment.
Okay.
If they're listening. But they produce about 7 of the shows out here on the Strip, and it's so you could do the same. You need one great venue, and you can start selling those tickets.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of, I'm sure you do as well, performers out here in Vegas. So if you need some resources, I'm happy to help you out.
Yeah, it's definitely, thank you. It's a community for sure, and knowing people and having that Vegas, I got your back. You help me, I help you. I'm all about that. I don't want Vegas to lose that. So yeah, that would be great.
I love that. So aside from this, what else are you working on?
What else am I working on? I am just...
Who is Diana Kerr?
Who is me?
What you're doing is different, actually. I haven't ever really met someone that's got a synchronized swimming company.
Yeah.
So I'm happy you're here telling your story, sharing your experience and stuff. That's different, and I think there's a huge opportunity here in Vegas for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We just got to talk to the right people.
Yeah.
And you're already doing it, but obviously you want to expand on it.
Yeah, I see. I feel like I haven't reached my potential yet, but I guess that's what I'm working on. I'm always gathering a lead list, or if there's a new property that's opening. I really want to reach out to the new Lisa Vanderpump. What are they going to do with Dre's?
That pool right there would be amazing.
Yeah, what's going to happen to that? Rest in peace to Dre's. But I feel like that's another, I'm always trying to think, what's next? What's the newest opportunity? How could I convince people? So.
Do you have any, I know you do most of the work on your own, but do you have a go-to person that helps you come up with these scripts and stuff?
I don't have, I talk to my friend Tina a lot. She's one of my main show managers. She is a showgirl, and her fiance Frankie is an entertainer, and he actually has a show right now in Mandalay Bay. Oh my gosh, I forgot the name of the venue. But it's Frankie on the All Nighters. And she's kind of like, because like her fiance, like, I hear what they go through in, pitching a show. And we kind of like bounce ideas off of each other. And it's interesting. Like, I just talk to other entertainers and see what they go through or their advice, and they talk to me, because we all go, even though it's like a different product that we're all selling. Like, you're a singer, you're a guitar player, you're a dancer, you're whatever. We all kind of deal with like the same situations, and I just like to talk to people about like how they worked through something, how they talked to the client, how did they get over like the client that lowballed them, stuff like that. So I don't have like one particular person, but I have the people in my industry that I trust, and I talk to them. Like, if I'm feeling some type of way about something, I'll reach out to Tina and be like, hey, this happened. What do you think about this? And she'll give me like her honest opinion. And yeah, I like to talk to other industry professionals and people that get it, because it is a different industry.
For sure.
And hear their advice and stuff like that.
Yeah. And what you're doing is a lot. So
Yeah.
give yourself some props.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be proud of yourself.
Thank
I know you are.
Thank
But not only do you handle the creative side, but you're handling the business side as well. You brought up a good point where you have to focus on the sales and the
Yeah.
marketing,
Yeah.
right? And you're doing all this on your own. So
Yeah, I really had to learn a lot. But I kind of just used my experience, because part-time for years, I've done promotional modeling and conventions, like trade show modeling. And I've worked for so many different industries, and that is a sales job. And I've talked to a lot of people doing that. And so I took my experience with conventions and trade shows and promotional marketing and just took all of that and put it into my own business. So that actually helped me a lot, like working in that industry. And a lot of it was like trial and error. I also, when I was first starting out, I went to the Nevada Women's Business Resource Center, and they had like all these free online classes about starting your own business. And so when I was like setting up my LLC and doing all that work, I just took I took advantage of a lot of the free resources out there for women, because there's a lot, and that helped me. So
what did you go to college for? What was your degree?
it was theater.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you've always been in that world, as a performer, doing the creative stuff and the business stuff, which shows and which has carried over, which is great.
Yeah.
Nice. You said you don't have kids yet?
I don't.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah. But you don't want to teach kids at the moment.
No, I don't.
You're open to teaching adults.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, open to teaching adults.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you ever plan on writing a book or anything?
Oh my gosh, yes. I would love to write a book about atmosphere modeling.
Atmosphere modeling.
If you know what that is, then you know what that is. Yeah, I know you know what it is. But I've done that off and on for a long time. And that is just a world that a lot of people don't know about, but it is like part of the Vegas ecosystem. And that is just, I kind of just like got thrown into it because I'm like, oh, okay, I can make money by going to dinner. Okay, cool. I can go to the club and make some money. Great. So if I were to write a book, it would be about that experience.
Yeah.
And like
That's a whole
other thing. Yeah.
It's definitely an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still do some of that on the side?
Sometimes. Yeah. Here and there.
That's fun.
Yeah. Here and there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then anything else you want to give those that are listening or watching? Like any other advice that you have for people wanting to pursue everything that you do?
Yeah.
Do you think it's necessary to go to school for theater and to become what you've become, and or anything like that?
I don't think you have to go to school. Um, I think it can help.
Mm-hmm.
I would say to anybody listening, I think that the world is in a really weird place right now. And with things like AI and, just like brain rot, I think that people are really wanting like organic, raw
Yeah.
talent, and we want art, and we want, like, what I do is live entertainment, and I actually feel blessed. I don't think that will ever go away.
AI will not be taking your job.
It won't. I don't think so. Like, how can it? So I think if you're like a young artist, I think you should just go for it, because I think the world really needs it. And I don't think it will ever go away. People say like always, or AI is going to take over Hollywood. I don't want to believe that. I don't think that's true.
I wouldn't say take over Hollywood, but the industry is definitely changing.
Yeah.
Once influencers became a thing, and now AI became a thing, the whole direction of that entertainment world is evolving
Mhm.
in a good way,
Mhm.
but also in some bad ways.
Yeah.
AI will be taking some jobs,
Yeah.
but not yours.
No. Yeah.
Do you implement AI in any way?
Um I have used it. I I have only used it like I every single email I get from a potential client or an existing client, I try to just, use my own brain power, my own words, all that. But sometimes if I am truly stuck on what to say, or if I don't want to sound like, because sometimes these clients just have like ridiculous requests, or they'll be like, can you work for free or something, and I don't want like my emotions to get in the way. So
Right.
I'm like, let me take a step back. Let me ask AI how, or like Chat GPT, how would they word this? And I'll be like, oh, okay, that's something that I didn't think of. So I'll take like bits and pieces of it and then like put it in my email. So I'll utilize it that way.
Very cool. I think we all can use AI in some way, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm always using ChatGPT
Okay.
to sound professional.
Yeah, yeah, and it does help with that.
What are on average some going rates for something like what you do?
You have to email us.
Okay, maybe not your rates, but like for what's normal on the market. Are these shows expensive, or I guess depends on the production, right? You
Yeah.
got to pay the girls, you got to pay for the props, you got to pay for
Mm-hmm.
the uniforms,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it can be.
Um, it can be a couple $1,000s, give or take. It depends on how many people you book.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, a lot of my clients are, well, like for the corporate things, it's like to them, it's nothing. It's
Yeah.
just like a corporate, like, I
Yeah.
mean, even to get like, Liquid Day Club for the night, it's like something like 40K. We don't cost that much. We're not that at all. But I think for the corporate clients, it's pretty affordable for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then a lot of my like personal clients, they're very, I would say they're
We like to
more,
negotiate more.
yeah, but they're very affluent people. So I think they kind of know. I think it's like like wealthy people, they like to go all out when they party, and I also feel like, because like we did a show in the Hamptons, and I feel like people in the Hamptons, it's like, oh, they had synchronized swimmers at their party. Okay, well, now we have to have like they're always kind of like trying to one up each other in the entertainment
Yeah.
thing. So yeah, they can afford it.
Absolutely.
But it's yeah, it's just there's a lot of different um factors and different packages that we sell.
Yeah.
But if you want to know the exact price, you got to email us.
That's right. That's right. Email them, guys.
Yeah.
I would like to see you at more day clubs, or some of our night swims.
Yes.
That'd be amazing.
Yes, I think so too. And I have reached out to, like, I've reached out to XS and I've reached out to Tao, and their concern is like, oh, well, there's drunk people in the pool. And I'm like, well, there's drunk people all over the venue.
Right.
So, like, there's ways to do it without
Mm-hmm.
being a liability, which I understand. But it's like, just give us a chance. Like, we can do this. You can, like, block off a section. And, like, not everybody gets in the pool anyways, but I think there's ways to do it.
There is ways to do it. I'm going to have to
Yeah.
talk to my team after this.
Yeah.
Because we're always looking for creative ways to make our day clubs or nightclubs better with more of an experience and stuff. And we're always talking about how can we do this, how can we do that. It
Yeah.
might be a liability issue, but I don't think that's the excuse because we always have performers,
Right.
dancers,
Right.
but now you're just in the water,
Right.
or around the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think it would be a huge hit if you guys have some sort of residency.
Yeah.
Maybe performed weekly at the weekly night swim, on Sunday nights or whatever it may be, at wherever it is.
Yeah.
That would be a huge hit. That
Yeah.
would probably draw in a big crowd.
I think so. And the thing too is like, I will say this, it makes your event or your venue stand out like a lot because a lot of people have never seen it before. So I'm telling you, like when we come out for events, people like run to the pool and they're like, oh my gosh. And like they film it. And like whenever I'm performing, I just see phones and phones and phones. And like people freak out and then they post it and they're like, oh my God, I was at this party and they had synchronized swimmers there. So I think that would like really help a day club. And I feel like, I don't know, I miss like, okay, how Omnia has like the aerialists, like that's what Omnia's known for. And it's like so cool and people freak out and you can like sell, like you can buy the bottle drop. So like if we had a show, you could get like the splash zone package and like we're selling like front row seats and that's like your bottle service. So we could do it that way. There's ways for the club to make money off of
And
this.
your show could even be like the first 30 minutes to an hour that the club opens to draw people into the doors
Yes.
faster.
Yes.
And
Yes.
overall, the venue makes more money.
Right.
You know.
There we go. Yeah.
And it's not as crowded, so less liability probably.
Yeah.
Or people just while you guys put on your show for the first 30 minutes, whatever, nobody can get in the water.
Right.
Everyone just watch the show.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
it'd be really cool. I don't know if you guys already have these, but like, do you have like uniforms that light up or glow?
We could. There's a mermaid tail that has LED lights in it.
Nice.
And like we do have that, but yes, there is a way to put like LED. It wouldn't even be like that much of an overhead.
or something.
Yeah, yeah, like these clubs already have like you already have the sound there, you already have the lights, like it wouldn't be that much of an overhead to like produce this. So,
There's a couple of more new venues opening up, so we might have to go approach them.
yeah, Omnia Day Club, let's go.
I'm not going to name drop any other venues. We'll just keep it to Tao Group for now, but
Okay.
there's some opening up still
Yeah.
this year. All right, guys, for all of you listening and watching, Diana, how can these people find you on social media?
So it's the same handle for our TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. It's just at Wet Swim Show. And then if you want to go to our website, it's www.wetswimshow.com.
There you go. Ladies, if you're trying to find a career in swimming, Diana will be happy to check out your resume. And guys, this is a show you don't want to miss, so make sure you come to Vegas and check it out. And hit that subscribe button, follow if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next episode.